I'm going to sheet called class 44. This is the sheet. Double click on it. It will be general. I'm going to click on worksheet. It will go to worksheet change. I'm going to say workbook worksheet activate. One more code is opening. I'm going to say paste the message box. Message I'm going to say don't alter any data here. I'm going to save this. Okay. I clicked on save. So now I'm going to sheet 4, sir. I'm going to go to sheet 4. Other sheets, navigating, currently coming to class 44. See what happens. A small message box is ending out. We can do a lot of things, sir. When we are preparing a financial statement, we can link a cell value to this message box. Every time it will lead you. Whenever it opens, it will lead you. So this is a basic message box feature. A small line of code. So can you please try this, sir? Save the file and try this as a module before we wind up the class. So I'll put it in the magnifier mode, sir. Steps to do. Steps to do is put a blank Excel file. Right click, save it as binary enabled workbook. Right click and view code. Type this line, sir. Sir, it takes some 2-3 minutes, sir. I'm supposed to leave you at 7:15, but I forgot to explain you one TDL. Excel to tally. I need at least 2 or 3 minutes for that, sir. Yeah, please finish this one message box. We'll quickly navigate. Close this macros. Also given one macro to create index. Please use it in your office, sir. You can save that macro as an add-in. Maybe you can do some Googling it, how to save a macro as to add in and pin a macro to the... Yes, sir? Yeah. Yes, explain to write a script and attach this.
Setting illa unmile saapiduvanga illana time eduthu okay illana konja time adhigama eduthukken பின்னாடி மேடம் இருக்காங்க, கீதா மேடம் இருக்காங்க, அவங்க தான் கோஆர்டினேட் பண்ணுறாங்க.
the food is not come, can I afford to take 10 minutes, sir? I can take?
Yeah.
Alright, thank you. Sir, one thing I want to tell you, before going into the last leg of how to import these transactions into Tally. Sir, when I see this collection, when I see the collection where master data and transactional data has been, fetched in, how do I feel is like, how I mentally feel is like, I myself feel like a forensic expert of medicine and doing a autopsy on a dead body. Because, in audit, there is something called inherent limitations of audit. Chairman used to say, chairman when he saw this tool, chairman says only saw this for little over 30 seconds. He felt that, he told me one thing, I think if this tool was available to all small practitioners in the remote pockets of the South India, certainly there will be very less of disciplinary cases. I find this entire collections where it takes transactional data and master data is an anatomy of the entire accounting structure available in your Excel file. There is no way we can say sampling and come out. We can do 100% sampling out of this data. And still I feel very bad. In spite of me writing a collection, I don't know whether I have used 100% of utility out of it. Many chartered accountants call me, Ram, this is also possible. Deepika told me there are 5 clients out of them. She works for CNK Associates. She says, all the 5 clients we are using this. We are only analyzing through this tool because it's capturing all the transactional data. So I believe it's only 2-3 cases of 269 SST is given, alteration is given to you, class 44 is given to you, the GST audit is given to you. But there are a lot of other things going beyond. Also, we as a faculty in the study group of SIRC, we're planning, there are 5 people. Mr. Karthik Kulagapan is also one faculty here. Deepika madam is also one faculty. Ratnagiri sir is one faculty. DC Jain sir is one faculty. We all are planning to expand our network of faculties from beyond this 5, taking this to 10, 15 or 20, where people can closely sit together monthly once they can meet and exchange ideas and make this network slightly wider and bigger, spreading across to multiple areas. I think in the group, if at all you've seen the online message, I told one question being raised by Zogo, by the member. I said, sir, through this API call you can do. Yes, through this API call, you can pull out a similar transaction from the playbook kind of a transaction from Zogo, analyze. Possible. But one member replied me, said there is something called Zogo Analytics, where there is an inbuilt audit tool. I'm not aware of it, sir. Frankly speaking, I don't have much exposure. My client does not have much exposure on Zogo. So there is something called Zogo Analytics, which does a similar operation. Furthermore, enhanced audit. So we as a faculties, maybe if you are interested really on some other technologies, something related to this audit automation, certainly you can bring it forward and we can expand this study circular slightly more far better. Probably the existing study group contributed in a DAP committee here in SAS. Alright, sir. So shall I go on with how to show this Excel import? Sir, it's a basic simple Excel file, sir. The name of the file should be input.xls, and this is the field name. I will certainly update by today evening, sir, in a folder in the same Google Drive. So very basic structure: asset date column, debit account column, credit account column, amount, voucher type, voucher number and narration. Very, very simple. The basic requirement of any entry, a simple double entry for any transaction. Mr. Narsimhan Ilangovan has asked me to give this as a free tool to the members so that importing bank statements will become handy. So, I have created some dummy entries, sir. Labor charges, cash, yes, like that. Voucher type is payment, journal, credit note, receipts. You can also put purchases also, sales also, as long as simple double entry is concerned, it will do. If that is a voucher type called GST sales, same voucher type name can also be done here. Very simple, simple to use, very fair enough. Date, you can do any number of days. Very important point, If you are using an educational version of Tally, only date 1 and 2, then 31 will get imported, all other data will not get imported. I have to have some basic license, and I think most of the chartered accountants will have a license from the Tally. So this is the structure of this data, sir. It has to be stored in a folder called TDL fast data. I will share the path, sir. Fast data, it has to be stored in that particular path. Then you have to come to Excel, click a button. After attaching both the TDLs, did you find a change in your menu, sir? Is there any change, sir? Can you just see gateway of Tally? Is there any change in your menu right side? Sir, can you find any change in the menu, sir? Yes. Sir, this is a path of the Tally, sir. C:/TDL/fast space entry. This is the path where it is stored. Okay. File name is input.xls. I will share this file. Very simple, with some 7 columns. 7 columns. So I have to save this file, sir. Close this file, no problem. Come to Tally. Sir, this is the Tally which is given to you. It's a demo data from Tally Solutions. Do you think it will have a ledger called SIRC, sir? Ledger called RAM? No. Basic prerequisite is before importing all the ledger has to be created. Here no problem, sir. No problem. If you don't create also no problem. The TDL will automatically create those ledgers, group it under suspense and pass the entries. So click of a button, sir, here. Create entries from Excel. It says Excel has started to read the files. I have to close the files. I'm not sure whether I closed or not. Anyways, give me an error. I add, sir, but unfortunately I didn't share it. Yeah, it says there are 10 entries. Generally it will give you in a fraction of a second. There's some problem in my system. There are 10 entries in that Excel file. Do you want to import? Yes. It generally takes like less than a few seconds. A ledger is created. The transactions are being imported now. Some issue. See, there is a message box. You can see the calculator panel. There is a live commentary is given. A ledger is created. A transaction is imported like that. Now I can go to display daybook. Or maybe I can go to the suspense account. Balance sheet. Suspense. I think it is in a different year, I guess. We have to. See here, sir. The ledgers all, labor charges, MES, all created. All the transactions are being imported. Very important, sir. Very important. If you are going to import entries in a lot, first 40 entries, then 50 entries, then 100 entries. The 100 entries you find you imported 2 times for an argument. How can you take it out, sir? Very simple to give 2 years, it's importing. Last time you would have imported for some client and you would have left out in the Excel file. Re-import, what will happen? No, it will do a double. In case of Tally Prime edit log, it will throw you error, same voucher number I cannot import. In other versions, it will overwrite. So simple, what did I do is, if you can rightly see, again one more time I am doing, see here, sir, create entry from Excel, reading.
Sir, if it is more than one file is there in that
No, this particular file name, input.xls alone it will read. See here, sir, please read the message, what it is giving here. I'll do a magnifier now. There is a unique ID, a 5-digit alphanumeric is being generated by the system automatically.
For these
This
10 entries.
eh?
For
This 10 entries, this gets captured and added to the narration of every voucher. Added to the narration of every voucher and before it's being imported. So now how to filter this out, sir? Any idea? Please suggest me, sir. So narration, this particular 7E43E is added. How to filter out, sir, these entries? You can go to display daybook, take all the transaction, Alt F12, voucher having the narration containing this. And also, I'll give no now. Please note this keyword. I'll give no now. Same 10 entry only imported some time back. Okay? So I'll go to this entry, sir. Balance sheet. I'll go to suspense. Some ledger I open. There are 5 entries in this ledger, in this vouch. Labor charges. See what is the old narration, sir.
Some ideas.
Yes, idea has been given already. So every import, even though same set of data you import multiple times, there is a automatic capture running algorithm running behind this TDL which generates a random 5-digit code, alphanumeric code, imports it to every batch. So this is how it's being imported, sir. I tested this importing until 2000 transactions. It takes somewhere around 2 minutes to import this transaction, sir. So fairly working. And also when you see this TDL, I don't know how many of you saw this. So when you see this TDL, it has my name and my contact number, also has an expiry date. Also has an expiry date, sir. Sir, the expiry date is given keeping in mind the improvements made to the product Tally 3.0. Only today morning only I put this expiry date. Because 3.0 something could become irrelevant. We have not adopted, but by next year all entities will get adopted because today 3.0 is introduced. Tomorrow is the launch date for customers in Tamil Nadu. So, keeping in mind, I made this TDL to get expired on 31st of December 2024. You can always have a post in my site, sir. Very soon I will have an update on this. So this version is also free of cost. Even 50,000 entries it can also import at the same time. There is no trouble. A simple double entry can be made out of this. And every time I assure you, these 2 TDLs will be available to members, especially the members, at a free of cost all the time. On upgrade, there will be small improvements to the application, sir. So this is what a fast entry, this importing of entries into Tally can do. I will give you this this sample file, also give you the path where this file has to be saved in the text file, so that you can try importing. All right. Pardon, sir, come again. Sir, when a ledger is not available, I cannot randomly say go and put it in sundry debtors. There will be 100 items in sundry debtors. As an auditor, we will always have a tab of what items are suspense. Without clearing suspense, we will not move. We will not go to the next step of finalizing and signing the financials. So, as a matter of concern, I put out in logically mapped under suspense. I can map it under any ledger, but it's very difficult to find it. Yes, yes. And also you can put, you need not to, when you are importing a bank's transaction or statement into Excel, not necessarily worried about whether this ledger name is already there or not, sir. As per your wish, sorting out the bank statement itself, you can fix what name it was. If it is already there, it will post, otherwise it will create into the suspense. You can later go and regroup into a appropriate date into your books of accounts.
So if it is their name already is there,
it will post. It will post. Otherwise, only it will go and map it. Sir, any other questions, sir, before we close the session? I think food is ready. Rahman can confirm me. Yes, yes.
so duplication will not happen.
Sir, duplication will happen. I have introduced this code. So, older Tally versions, duplicates will happen. I believe the current prime edit log version will not allow duplicates. This is not getting imported.
Sir, but then if we put bank statement, there is a chance that type of voucher will be affected, right? Since if it is, by default, if it is importing in suspense,
Yeah.
supposing it is a payment entry, by default it will enter as journal.
No. Any item of suspense will be generally get considered in suspense. Any item of group ledger in suspense will generally be considered in payments and receipts. So certainly. And any other questions, sir, before we break for the dinner? I would like to take it forward. Any suggestions you want me to finally you have? I'm ready to take it.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, before this mic is working, please let me know any suggestions or comments you have for me, or any other thing that can take it forward. Any challenges you want me to work around? Fine. Vita podundringla. Sir, tomorrow morning session, first session is power queries and power pivots, followed by Google Sheets by Karthik Golagappan sir. Then post lunch it will be Power BI, taken by Deepika and Ratnagiri sir. Any other questions, sir? Yeah. Sir, a good question, sir. ODBC can do both the things. SQL or ODBC can read as well as write data. Unfortunately, Tally blocked it only reading. Through that method, we cannot update the data back. A default feature given in Tally, a restriction being placed in Tally. Sir, any other questions, sir? Alright, sir, we will be connected in the group anyways. That will be a session 1 week later in online mode where I can able to clear all your doubts. If any doubts, you can keep it posted, sir. We'll also coordinate with the SIRC to roll out a Google Sheet for you. We'll capture your name and your query. We're ready to answer. You can select faculty device and raise a query online, sir. Sir, over to.
Thank you, Ram, for concluding the session. I think people are so tired. Yeah, I thank the speakers and faculty members for really holding the entire class to sit for the entire day, throughout the day. I'm really surprised to see all the chartered accountants so busy in this busy schedule. They are coming out of their office and away from the mobile phones and sitting throughout the day without moving further out of the hall. So I thank Ram and his entire team for making it happen, and I also thank all the participants for coming and showing your interest in participating in such a in this event. And one more thing, as Ram said, this class is for spreading the message and creating an awareness about the tools which we can use in our audits. So other than that, if you are further interested in increasing in going further in expertise in this particular subject, you can contact Ram and you can join the group whichever is mentioning about, and that you can discuss during the dinner session. And a few more announcements. The first thing is about the dinner. Yes, dinner is, you can have dinner in the opposite, the canopy opposite this Ramajayam hall room. And tomorrow the class session will commence at 8:45, exactly 8:45 in the morning, as today how we commence the same timings, the 8:45. But before coming, before attending the before coming over here, you please vacate the rooms and you can keep the luggage there itself in the rooms, whichever we can discuss about it. Otherwise, you can bring your luggage over here and you can keep it in the green room. It's a back side of this Ramajayam hall. That we will discuss about if anyone is facing any challenges. If you have any issues in getting the rooms, then we can discuss, and at the best whatever we can do, we will provide and we will discuss. Right now. Yeah. No, as soon as once you come here and after closing the sessions, and you will be tomorrow night you will be going back, right? No, if few of of you are going tomorrow, day after tomorrow, that's what I am telling you. If you are going day after tomorrow, that we will discuss. Few rooms we will keep it because the 2 days this thing will be there. See, here in Palm Room, the arrangement is like once we checked in, it will be there for, you can use the room for 24 hours. So if you checked in today 7 o'clock and tomorrow till 7 o'clock in the evening, that timings will be there. So accordingly we will discuss and we will adjust with other room members. So we will take entire responsibility and we will be with you and we will cooperate with you till you reach your destination. That is our responsibility, and that's what, if any challenges is there, kindly discuss with us. We will amicably, we will see what best we can do for you. And the next thing is about the breakfast, tomorrow's breakfast, and it will be provided at the hotel only, Palm Grove. So you can have your room slip in the counter reception by telling your room number, and they will provide you the slip, and with that you can enter into the restaurant and have the breakfast. So with this we will come to the end of this today long hectic session. Thank you everyone and have a good day.